Hello, my friends. I am super excited to share with you a new project that I'm working on. This is a design team project for Rach and Bella Crafts, and it's inspired by two things. One is the kit that I chose to work with this month, which is Roses of Redemption, and it's inspired by my friend Pam of Pamela's Creations. Back when we did my 2000 subby giveaway challenge, she sent me ephemera that was for a prayer journal, and she said that she would like to see me make a prayer journal. Well, when I was out shopping, I found this adorable Precious Moments book, and you can see I'm disassembling it right now, struggling with it a little bit, but I did end up getting the pages out. So at any rate, she wanted me to do a prayer journal. So I thought, that's fantastic. Let's do it. This book is going to be perfect for that. So today what I'm working on is disassembling the book so that I can turn it into a journal, but also so that I can use some of the pages and turn them into tags. And the focus is going to be making tags today. At the end of this video, I am going to show you the completed tags that we will end up using inside of the journal. If you have never altered a book to create a journal or used a book for ephemera, this might be a good video to help guide you along in how to do that. So you saw how I used my razor to take apart the binding and pull all the pages out. So when you do that, try to do that with as little damage as possible. There was a few pages that I inadvertently cut, so I'll just end up using those pages as ephemera. I will also I'll look at each page front and back, and if there are others that I feel like I can use as ephemera, I'll go ahead and cut those out now and do that. Now what you see me working with here is the ephemera from the digital kit that I printed out that was created by Rach and Bella Crafts. So I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut a little bit of that out now so that we can start putting our tags together. Now the ephemera that we cut from the book, it's book pages, so it's not real firm. So I'm going to go ahead and put many of those on this piece of scrapbook paper, which has a pretty decent thickness to it. So by the time I have the scrapbook paper and then on top of that the book page, it should feel pretty solid. This is such a pretty piece of paper. It's 12 by 12. I only have one of these, so I want to try to get as many tags out of it as I possibly can. So I'm just sitting my cut pages out on it just to see where I need to cut it. I have been really into using my corner rounder lately, and today is no exception. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the pieces from the book, but also the scrapbook paper. Before I begin gluing things together, I'm going to go ahead and ink the edges of the book pages and also of the scrapbook paper. I'm using pink, yellow, and espresso. Now I am just going to use my, what is this glue? This is Aleene's Tacky Glue. I'm going to use that to adhere the piece of the book page to the scrapbook paper, and we will have the beginnings of a tag. I think I've got 4 tags that I'm putting together here using the book pages and the scrapbook paper, and once I get the glue on there and put those together, we're going to set those aside, and then we are going to work on the tags that come from the digital kit. So the tags that I printed out from the digital kit, I always print those out on cardstock. So I'm just trimming up the edges now, and then we will go ahead and ink them. But look at how gorgeous this kit is. It's just so pretty, and I'm super excited to work with it. So I'm going to go around the edges with the espresso ink. It's called espresso, and I think that'll work nicely with it. So I have a few pages with images that I want to use to add to the tags. So I'm going to take a minute to fussy cut those out. I'm going to ink around those also. The reason that I do that is, well, it gives it an aged look, but more importantly, when you're fussy cutting, it's hard to be super perfect, and if you go around it with the ink, it really hides any imperfections that you might have left. I'm really happy to be working on this project, and I feel so good about staying focused on working on the journals that are on the list that you guys helped me create and that you guys sent me ephemera for. It's so exciting, and I love using the stuff that you guys sent me, and it's just so much fun, and it sort of, I don't know, it gets me out of my own box. Not that I put myself in much of a box, I really don't. You guys know I'm a very open and creative thinker, but when I have to use things that other people sent me that may or may not be my style, I just absolutely love that challenge. So this is just a lot of fun to be working on this project. I have adhered this little image to the card, and I just feel like it's sort of floating there, and so I'm going to go around it with some very light green marker that I have. You guys have seen me do this. I do this sometimes when I don't have the color ink pad that I want, and you don't have to have every color ink pad. You can use a marker. Now I usually will use that marker before I glue something down, but in this case I didn't, and everything worked out. I used it and it was perfectly fine. So here we go. We are creating another piece of ephemera that's going to go on this tag. While I'm working on this, I'm going to go ahead and mention to you that for the month of December, I am hosting a collaboration called December Weekly. Most of you, if not all of you, have heard of December Daily, and I've always wanted to participate in December Daily. But to be honest, it's just too much for me to upload every single day. I mean, I could do it, but I'd really have to plan in advance. And so I thought, you know what? Why stress out about it? But also, why miss out on all the fun? So I thought, why not do it weekly? So that's what I decided to do. And I reached out to some friends and I said, hey, do you want to join this collaboration team and be part of it? And they said yes. So there's a team of us, and we are going to be doing December Weekly, and we are all inviting you to join in if you would like to. And even if you're keeping a December Daily, that's fantastic. But let's say you would just like to join in and share it only on a weekly basis. Join in with us. That's perfectly fine. You can talk about your whole week. You can talk about one day. You can talk about one event, whatever it is that you would like to share. We would love to share your December with you. So we're going to upload every Monday in December. We are using the hashtag December Weekly, and list myself, Creating with Jovi, as your host. And if you would list the collaborators as well, it would be wonderful. They will be listed in my description box in my December Weekly videos, and you can simply copy and paste that if you'd like to. I'm adding a little detail to this tag. I love this tag. It's just so precious. And so what I'm doing is, you saw me, I just put a hole in it with my pokey tool, and actually that was given to me by Pamela of Pamela's Creations, and I love it. It's just so beautiful. And so at any rate, I put a brad in there so that that little piece that says redemption on it, it can still move back and forth. I think that's what it says on it. Can't quite, I'm voicing over if you couldn't tell, and I think that's what it said, but I'm not 100% sure. So I recently did a review, an unboxing and review of a ring light that I just purchased, but I can tell by the lighting in the room right now, I recorded this a while back, and I can tell that I am not using the ring light because I have more light in the front of me than I do behind me, or all around, I should say. So, but I wanted to let you guys know, in case you watched that unboxing and review, I wanted to let you know that so far I really, really like it. I like the way that it lights everything up, and it's extra fantastic for when I photograph my work and then say post it to Instagram or make a thumbnail out of it. Oh man, it really lights everything up beautifully. As you can see, we are still adding little details to these tags. I am using the ephemera from the kit, trimming it to size, inking the edges when necessary, which most of these small pieces I am inking. I've almost got my Christmas decorations up. I've done my entire dining room. I decorated the kids' bathroom just a little bit. And in my living room, I've got the stockings up, and I've got the trees up but not decorated, and I've got the train track up. So, oh, and we decorated out front a bit. So it's been a busy many days decorating, and I'm still exhausted from Thanksgiving, to be quite honest with you. So it's taking me longer to get everything done, I think, just because I've been tired and I can't quite catch up to myself, you know what I mean? But I want to decorate my trees when I feel like I have the energy to do it. I don't like it to be a job. I like it to be fun. I like to relax and have a good time. So Amanda has to work tomorrow until 6 p.m. So I think what I'll do is I'll have everything prepped and ready to go, so when she comes home, she can wind down for a little bit, and then we can all decorate the trees together. I'm really looking forward to that. So it appears that I've got the tags at a place where I am ready to break out my stickles and use them. I've been using stickles lately on some of my projects, and I am loving them. I just think they add such the perfect amount of sparkle. It's not too much. It's just enough. It's just like a little touch of magic, and I just love it. So I've been using those lately, and I find that it's easier to use them on tags than some of my larger projects, because I can just set these aside and they can dry, and it's not a problem. I hesitate to use them in my journal pages because I'll turn the page and then I'm going to have a big mess on my hands. But tags, I seem to be able to handle them on tags because I can just move them aside and let them dry, and I don't end up smearing or smudging them. They are dry, and they are either ready for my hole punch or for my crocodile, where I can put the eyelets in. I ordered some multicolored eyelets on Amazon, but they are specifically for my crocodile. And as you can see, I have a bunch of different colors, which I absolutely love getting my container down and being able to pick the colors that sort of match the project that I'm working on. So I grabbed some red and white eyelash trim. I grabbed some red satin ribbon, and then I also grabbed a gold and silver trim. Alright friends, I want to share with you our completed tags, and each tag has some trim or ribbon. Each tag also has some embellishments and also has stickles on it. And I don't know if you can see it in her hair, but there's some gold here. And the kitty cat has a stickled bow in its hair. I think you can see a little bit of a flash. So there's our first one. I hope there's not too much of a glare. It's nighttime here, and so I'm using lots of lighting right now. All right, our next one, we have some silver and white and also silver and gold trim. And then we have a couple of layers. This tag moves, and if I think if I turn it, you can see all that shiny gold, and yeah, gold stickles on that one. So there's the second one. Here is the third one with some fluffy trim, and then also some satin ribbon. And we've got this embellished here with parts of the kit, and then down here you can see the reflection and you can see the stickles. Here, this is such a pretty tag. I just love it. And I've got gold and silver ribbon, and then this white fluffy trim looks very angelic to me. And then we have some embellishment here, and then also she's got stickles. There it is. So I think these turned out so pretty. This one's pretty cute. It's the tag with the roses on it, but I put this little image on there also with the stickles, and then I created this tiny pocket so this tiny little ticket could come out of it. I love this one. Well, I love them all, but this one's so sweet, and it's got, let me show you the shine. There it is. This little angel is watering some seeds and flowers, and this little embellishment says blooming, and then we have some gold and silver trim. And then this is our last one for today, and let me show you all the shininess. There it is. And this one says redemption, and it's a little boy and he is praying, and we've got some satin ribbon, and I also put a little piece of yarn in there, and I thought just the difference of the texture was nice. So friends, these are the tags that we made today. I'm going to see if I can line them all up for you. I don't know if they'll all fit on the screen here, but I do love them, and I hope you do too. Thanks for watching. See you soon.